Everton 2, Man United 2. After today's game, guys, I'm Amorim out. What have I seen today that I haven't seen before, or something new that I discovered? For the first 70 minutes, the tactics were non existent. Like, we are not trying to play football, guys, first of all. And then what happened? 72nd minute, zero shots on target till that point. Fernandes comes up and then Fernandes scores. Very good free kick, by the way. And then we get another free kick, and then Ugarte scores from that. And then the last 10 minutes, we're just probing Everton, just hamming at them. So this shows you that the players do have some quality. That it's not like all of us assumed that the players are just absolutely shite, because maybe they're not the best. But are they this bad? Are they bad to the extent that they are 15th place? Because, guys, remember the fact, that this is the same team, pretty much, that won us the FA Cup last year. And many members of this same squad, the same 11, and some of the substitutes as well, they were there when we won the Carabao Cup too. So, it's not like these players have always been letting manager after manager down, winning nothing. Because they have winners mentality, if you want to say it like that. But since when have we got considerably worse? Since Amorim came in. Why? Because you look at the defensive setup, open. Midfield, wide open again. Why was the midfield wide open? I'll come to that in a little bit. But guys, the simple point why I'm Amorim out is because today they showed me that the players are not as bad as where they sit in the Premier League. They are not the 15th worst team on paper. And even in ability, we all know that none of these players combined contribute to a team that's worth 15. But Amorim is making them look so bad that now they are 15. Because you know what? I was always willing to give it a chance. I was thinking, you know what? Let's give him till the summer. Let's see when he rebuilds and, when he gets his own players. But then that's when I was thinking, you can do all that. You can give him time till the summer. But for me to give you time till the summer, what are the few things that I want from you? Number one is performance levels or style of play, which is something we argued against under Ten Hag. We even said that under Ole, when it was freestyle, Ole ball. And it was like, what is Ole ball? And then you can even take it even further back. Jose Mourinho parked the bus. We didn't like that. We've always been yearning out for some style of play. And has this manager really changed anything? Guys, don't tell me about what he did at Sporting, because what he did at Sporting is history, and the Premier League is very different to the Portuguese league. Let's get that right first of all. Guys, let's just look at Amorim's style of play, and what does it remind you of? Is there any coherent system that this can remind you of? Is it like we're building towards Liverpool 18-19, like I'd said before? Doesn't look like it at the moment. It's looking more disjointed than Erik Ten Hag's team. Honestly, it's looking really bad. And that was one of my prerequisites. When Amorim came in, all I was saying was, results are second for me. And they still are. As long as you can give me performance levels, as long as you can give me some attacking play, as long as you can make sure that we play with some coherent football occasionally. And more often than not, most of the players give a 6 out of 10. Because you know what? When players give a 6 out of 10, the thing is, the results come automatically. So we don't have to really keep waiting for results. The second we start playing properly, the way the Premier League is at the moment, guys, there's not one team in this league who's good enough. Like you can say, is light years clear. Even Liverpool, as much as we've been saying that they've been good, with Gravenberch, Van Dijk and all them, they still have been struggling. As of late, they've been struggling. And even in the games that they're winning, like they won against Wolves the other day, they were struggling. So this is the best team in the Premier League. And then Arsenal, well, they don't even have attackers to start with. And Man City is Man City. And you can just go down the league, Newcastle, Bournemouth. They're all decent. But let's really put them up against the best teams in the world. They're not really there. So the Premier League is actually not of that high standard that it used to be. And it's up for grabs. The fact that we're still in 14th or 15th tells you really how bad Amorim has taken us. Because don't forget the fact that when Amorim came in, we were 4 points off top 4. Now, if I'm not wrong, right now, We are 7 points off top 10. Yeah. So Amorim started 4 points behind top 4. Now we're 7 points behind top 10. And the only thing is, it could get worse. Because by the time all the other teams have played, some teams above us, in fact, most of the teams above us will pick up points. And this means we will be further away from the top 10. So remember when we said survival all the way back in December? It's looking that way. And as of today, I am Amorim out because you know what? I thought about it, really. I've been thinking about this for the last maybe 3-4 weeks. I've been thinking, it's all good and fine giving him a chance, right? We said we brought this manager in. We want to give him patience. We want to give him time. But you give patience and time when you get what? When you get some sort of result. But results don't always mean a 1-0 victory or 5-0 victory. It can also be performance levels which are intangible, but we could tell what that implies. We could say, okay, this is a good performance, that's a bad performance. Many of us would agree on the same things. These performances from Amorim, right? It's looking more clueless than anything. You've seen, I know you guys saw the game against Spurs, and I know you saw this game as well. Have you seen how clueless Amorim is looking right now? It's like he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know where to turn. And this shows you not only the fact that, okay, maybe some of the players are disappointing him, but it's that he's pretty much given up himself. And then you look at some of the more senior players and they look to have given up as well. Like they are performing under par. They just look devoid of confidence. And this is what I say, guys. Regardless of what you think of the manager, whatever tactic or masterclasses he's going to put on, the one thing you want from these managers is that they at least inspire the team to do something. Because that is something that is within their control. They can always inspire. But Amorim is just not able to inspire. So when they are not able to inspire, you know what you do? You cut your losses. Now, is this a bad look on Ineos? Yes, it is. Because now they've kept Ten Hag and then they sacked him. And then they brought interim Ruud in and then they let him go to bring in Amorim. And now Amorim has flopped as well. But does this mean we stop trying? And this is what I always get at, guys. People would be saying, if we sack Ruben now, what do we do? Well, thing is, we just know at this point, right? We have not thought as far as to where we're going to go from here. But the one thing we do know is that if it continues this way, Premier League safety is looking questionable. So when Premier League safety is looking questionable, guys, there are more things that are more important than a process and a system. Trust the process. No, just survive. So get somebody in who's just going to boost morale and then who's going to get us a few results. Because sure, we were 2-0 down, and till we were 2-1, till Bruno scored that free kick, we were looking lost. From this game, I would say the only two players who even came out with some level of hope, some level of performance, was actually Dorgu and Bruno initially. Zirkzee was clean enough, but he could have done better. Again, guys, coming back to Amorim, there's another reason why I'm saying Amorim out from today. How can you start Casemiro and Ugarte, which is the right pivot to start, by the way? It is the right pivot, but you start Casemiro and Ugarte. Guys, before I tell you, what do you think should be a Casemiro partner? What's your ideal Casemiro partner? Somebody who does the dirty work with the energy, right? So, do you think it's a smart idea to leave Casemiro as a lone six? Or even as a lone player to do whatever? Your smart guess is no. And Amorim still proceeds to let Ugarte run around, mark the wing backs, mark the left wing back. So basically, you saw Ugarte dashing over to Dalot's side. Very often it happened, especially in the second half, where now Casemiro is left isolated in the midfield. Now, let's just say hypothetically Everton gets a counter. Now you're through on midfield because why? Casemiro doesn't have mobility anymore. And because he doesn't have mobility, now the midfield is wide open. And now Everton are through on goal. So there are small tactical flaws like this and the fact that there's no style of play. Two big reasons out of many that we could name. And even weak on corners again, guys. It was fine the first time. Second time. Third time. This is looking more like 10 or 15 goals that we've conceded from corners in all competitions. This is way too much. This is way too much. Guys, this is not normal. You can forgive one or two set pieces. When there's these many set pieces that we concede, right? Then you strongly have to look at the coaching and the team structure. So how you set up the team structurally has to be really scrutinized when we concede these many corners. So I think, yeah, this is just the Amorim out video. That's what it's turned out to be. But yeah, this is not one I'm happy about, because this one I really was looking forward to Amorim. I really hoped that Amorim would be the guy. But unfortunately, the way things have turned out hasn't turned out that way. And I just hope things can stabilize, because we are still in two competitions. Do not forget that. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still in Europa League. Yeah, the Europa League road is looking very, very tough. Sociedad, Roma, Athletic Bilbao, and Fenerbahce all on our side. It's not good. But does that mean it's impossible? No. No, because one thing that these group of players have shown in the past, in the last 2 seasons especially, is that they are a cup team. That they can perform well in the cups. So, might as well go ham in the cups. And the league also is another concern. It's a concern. Guys, I know some of you might have already been thinking about, just, let the season be. I'm looking at 40 points. I have been looking at 40 points since December. You can go look at my videos towards the end of December. I've been looking at 40 points ever since then. And till then, I will not be satisfied that we will stay in the Premier League. Because, yes, I know most people would say Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton are way worse. But you never know, guys. You never know. The way we are playing, we were lucky to pick up a point. And teams that are coming up, we still have Bournemouth away to play. We still have Forest away to play. We have Arsenal. We have Chelsea away. We have Villa to play. We have West Ham. And we still have City as well to play, guys. It's not an easy route. We also have Brentford to play away. And when you look at these fixtures, you see there are not many more points to get, realistically. And that's when you're starting to look at where can we get some points? Where can we look to survive? 40 points, guys. That's what I'm saying. 40 points. And then we're looking, well, okay, at least, because then we're not going to get relegated. And that's probably one of all of our biggest fears. And then we need to get into Europe somehow. Is that impossible? No. Because do I still think we will win a trophy? As weird as it sounds, yes. It could be the FA Cup, could be the Europa League. But I still think it could. I don't know if Ruben Amorim is still the manager, but we will still pick up one trophy. So anyway, that's Everton 2, United 2, and Amorim out, guys. See you all in the next one.